Hey, it's Prosper, welcome back to another video. Today I'm going to be talking about consistency. This has to be the thing I get asked about the most. If you often feel like your shots are on point one day and you're just mentally sharper, and another day you're off your game and losing to people you feel like you are better than, you are inconsistent. I'm going to go over what leads to consistency, why so many people lack it, and how and where you should start. Let's get started. Consistency is defined as conformity in the application of something, typically that which is necessary for the sake of logic, accuracy, or fairness. In gaming and in simpler terms, it's the ability to perform at a desired level without compromise throughout an extended period of time. If we can all agree that consistency is always performing above a certain threshold, then logically, we need to understand you get what you give. In order to play consistently, you need to train like it. With that being said, it's time to get honest with yourself. Tip 1. Are you trying hard enough? Do you really practice as much as you need to every day in order to improve? If you don't know what you need to do to get better, that's different. But are there things you knowingly skip out on while still understanding it can help you improve? The large majority of you will say yes. And look, I'm not telling you need to play non-stop 12 hours a day. That isn't what this is. In fact, playing for too long will burn you out and will actually be counterproductive. And I am aware there are some of you that can't afford to play a lot or even every day, but it is still possible for you to train consistently, even if it is for just a couple hours at a time. Consistent practice will produce consistent results. Tip 2. Being self-aware. Are you sure you're not improving? Oftentimes we really don't know how much we've improved or how far we've come until we get a glimpse of what was. If you ever watched an old clip of yourself that you thought was a highlight at one point and now cringe from the side of it, you know exactly what I'm talking about. I mean, in the short span of this channel alone, I can't believe how my first videos compared to my latest ones. And as recent as that was, I thought that video was as good as I could ever do. So be self-aware of your improvement. It can easily be overlooked since we progress in small increments. Some great ways to track improvement is taking notes of your gameplay or logging in all your aim training scores. This allows you to actually track your progress and see every improvement you've made. Tip 3. Weaknesses make you inconsistent. Another important thing to talk about is your weaknesses. A part of playing consistently is being strong in many aspects of the game, not just one or two. For example, even if you had the best aim in the world, it wouldn't make you the best player in whatever game you're trying to pursue. Game sense and mechanics outside of aim are very large deciders in your ability to consistently win and play well. In fact, good positioning and game sense can actually reduce the need for intensive aim by giving you more time or an easier shot to beat your enemy. This also works in reverse. The best game sense in the world can do very little if you miss the majority of your shots, so a balance of everything is crucial. This is why your performance varies from match to match. If you're going 30 and 10 one game and then 10 to 20 your next, and see large fluctuations in your KDA or scores in game, it is partly because of who you are playing against. Specific people can exploit your weaknesses better than others, even if they are a lower rank at times. For example, perhaps you constantly flank the enemy one game and manage to get kills off it, providing your team and yourself with the advantage to later be securing a win and a game well played. The next game, you try doing the same thing, but this time, for some reason, they have two players that lack any sense of what they want to do or push, so they hang back as a duo and fight you together, before you even have a chance to make a successful play. In this instance, your aggression isn't rewarded, but rather punished. Now, obviously a player can be good and wait for your flank, and that would be an outplay by them. But the point is, sometimes worse players counter your ability to make successful plays unintentionally. This is why you might lose to people who are a lower rank than you. The fix for this isn't easy, but it is simple. If you're ever going against someone who you believe is worse than you and unable to make big plays, it is best to play patient and force them to do as many things correctly in order for them to outplay you. The more actions your enemy needs to make correctly, the more likely they will mess up, especially if they aren't good. What this means is, you need to be patient, because being overconfident or overaggressive can make you predictable. The reason most people lack consistency is because they don't adapt to what works. In the previous example, Game 1 flanks were a success, but in Game 2 they weren't. The trick to consistency is finding what works in any given situation, not relying on the same strategies from match to match. Adaptability is crucial. Without it, your success is in the hands of what type of opponent you are facing, not in your own. Tip 4. Finding balance. When trying to achieve a balance of all you need to excel in your game, it is wise to do things once at a time. This makes it easier for us to pinpoint what we need to improve on in that specific thing. For example, if I really want to improve my headshot accuracy in a game like Valorant, I know it is reliant on crosshair placement, the ability to move my mouse to hit small targets, and even dependent on my reaction and the angles I choose to hold. Instead of working on all those things at once, I will pick one such as crosshair placement and work on it till I notice a substantial difference. Consistency doesn't come quick, it takes time, so be patient and work on things one by one instead of just trying to work on everything at once. Tip 5. Good health. It's time to pull the Prosper Classic and tell you about how health is an important contributor towards being consistent. That is right, a healthier lifestyle will help you play consistent. Much like anything else in life, sleep, diet, and physical activity has a direct impact on our performance. Sleep deprivation alone can lead to worse decision making, slower mechanics, worse aim, delayed eye registration, slower processing speed, and even affect your mood. So if you want to give yourself the best chance to be consistent and improve, you need to adopt a healthier lifestyle. This doesn't mean you need to train like some Olympic athlete, but just become more cognizant of your self-health and strive to make minor improvements on a regular basis. I can promise you this, if you listen to all the things in this video, you will notice a change in your gameplay. And after some time, you will see how much you have improved, and if you keep up with this channel, you will only progress towards your goal. I will cover every possible aspect of getting better at video games as this channel grows, and I have no intention of slowing down. I love you all for the support you have shown me thus far, and the amount of heartwarming messages and comments means a lot. That wraps it up for this video. Thank you all for watching. If you enjoyed or learned anything from this, leave a like and subscribe. Comment below on any suggestions you might have for me to work on next. I will be uploading every Monday and Friday starting next week. Follow me on Twitter and Instagram at Prosper Ames for updates and exclusive content. Join the Scholar Court if you haven't already. It's a fast-growing Discord server filled with tons of info and has hundreds of members that strive to improve every day. All links are in the description below. Love you all. See you guys in the next one.